It continues to build as we get farther along here, and we're kicking this weekend in high gear. And I know we're big travel weekend coming up. We're going to keep things basically the same, but we realize that the challenge that this team brings us is enormous. They have had a fantastic season in really all phases. Fantastic offense led by the QB. Cam's done a great job this season. The defense is really good, and they've been riding so high in the turnovers and all that. They're leading the NFL in turnover margin and do all those things that we respect so well, so much. And so it's a big game and a big challenge. It'll be fun to go see what we can do. Well, let me have you. Take it, Dave.
Cam, what have you seen out of him this year compared to studying the past years?
They're leading the NFL in scoring. They're just doing everything. They've got more points than anybody, and that the defense has scored fairly consistently for them. But it's been a great offensive juggernaut throughout the season, run and pass.
What kind of a difference does Bobby Wagner make in the matchup this time around?
Well, it makes a difference because Bobby gets to play Mike and KJ gets to play Will. You had it twice, really. KJ played the Mike linebacker spot, and so that made a difference, too. So it's great to have him back.
Well, Newton in the past was maybe he threw the ball around more, ran around a little bit more. Have you noticed anything differently in how he conducts this game with turnovers?
No, they're relying on him as much as ever, and they have really good mix. They're 140 yards or something a game rushing, so they're doing it just right.
What stands out about the way they use Greg Olsen? Greg Olsen, the way they use him.
Oh, Greg Olsen. Excuse me. He's a magnificent target. He can do everything. They know it. They know they have a great player. They use him all over the field, crucial situations, down the field and in third down situations as well. He can do everything. He's a great player.
Do you see very many other tight ends who are as big a part of their team's offense as he is for Carolina's?
You mean other teams?
Other teams, yeah.
He's as good as the best guys that play the game. He's as good as New England. He's as good as San Diego. Those guys that really rely on their tight ends. He's an incredible player.
How much do you take out of the success he had against you the first time and preparing for this?
I'd like to take a lot out of that if we could, yeah.
When you guys are right, what are you doing right against tight ends, and when it's broken down, what's going on?
You guys pointed out all the time is really the only thing that when it comes up to me, honestly. It's not a big deal. Somebody's going to catch the football, and we're a big zone team, and you guys are going to get the ball some. We don't want anybody to overwork us, but sometimes they do. That's not something that is a big focus for us, honestly.
Have you noticed a change in the resolve of the team after Sunday and just kind of getting back to work this week?
No, I really haven't. We really went right after it Monday. To dwell on that game would be a real disservice to us. So we just let it go and had fun and told the stories and talked about it on Monday and then let it go. It's really important that we do that very well.
Will Marshawn practice today?
Yes, he's going, and I think he's got. We're going to go day to day. Day to day is how we'll do this, and we'll evaluate the next day and see how it goes. But I know I can feel he's encouraged to go forward again and see if we can get it done.
Pete, has anything changed with how you view the Panthers? They won here in October in terms of it being a rivalry now that they got a win after you won in the
No, not really. I mean, we just recognize that they're a great football team and have had a great season, and they've got showcase players all across the board and big numbers, and not just the quarterback is so obvious. That Greg is a great player. Jonathan Stewart is a great player. We think we have tremendous regard for him. The guys on the defensive side of the ball, great linebacking crew. They're turning the ball over like crazy from the deep end. We just look at them as they are now. We don't try to compound, based on what's happened before.
Since Marshawn Lynch got another week to not play rehab, is he ahead of where he was at this time last week? Is there an indication?
We'll see. Well, I don't know how to tell you that. We haven't practiced yet. I can't tell.
The special teams played such an important role again. Is it even more important in playoffs, tight games?
It is in tight games, yeah. When it's always important, but on the really tight games, it could be just that one snap somewhere, on the day, and so depends how the game goes.
And your guys, the way they've approached it.
We don't approach it any differently than we ever do. It's just as the game starts to show itself, then you know that any play could make the difference, and so that's when it gets magnified. But all in all, we're counting on them to play great and do all the things that we need them to do. but then all of a sudden that opportunity arises and it becomes significant in the game sometimes.